Okay, so the next time you ask me why I'm single is because I'm doing it by myself. Why would I let somebody come into this space when I've already curated it to be perfection?
I don't want to be around no man that make me feel like I got 3 children instead of the 2 that I birthed.
Say that I probably make lower middle class for the state of Virginia. I don't make as much as people.
So you're literally wondering why people assume you have so much money. And it's because, number one, you took out a house that you couldn't afford. A man that he's got to come in and, what is he going to bring to the table? Because you got it all figured out, but you don't.
Ashes. Nobody. Just because you're a functional adult does not mean you could go and talk to people however the you want, bitch.
Rent, iced coffee, credit cards, lashes, eyebrows, all by myself. So I talk to men however the fuck I want.
Wow.
I just got one question. Who the else is gonna pay for it?
Right.
Who else is gonna pay for your bills, bitch? No one. No one. Who is gonna pay for it? Of course you have to pay for your shit. You are a functional adult. Adults pay for their credit cards, for their fucking needs, for their rent, blah, blah, blah. And nobody told you to go get them ashes. Nobody. Just because you're a functional adult does not mean you could go and talk to people however you want, bitch. Some of y'all are just in fucking La La Land. I swear. Like, the
Yeah. And definitely get on Beyonce's internet and talk to men that way. They do it all the time, though. I don't know why they do it. But it's done all the time. And the fact that they think it's okay, I mean, we're here now, dating is here now for a reason. Because this has been done.
I'm single. I'm just gonna respond because I have a house by myself in my name, 3,000 square feet with an attached garage, a car inside of said garage, and then on the outside of my house, white picket fence. Inside of my house, everything on the inside is brand new, including the water heater, dishwasher. Everything was put in brand new when I moved in. My bathroom, jetted tub, my closet, hers and hers. There's no his. Hers and hers vanity. My baby girl has her own room, her own bathroom, and then I have an extra bedroom that I utilize for my in-home office.
So she's bragging about what she did when you know damn well you want somebody to be with you because you're talking about your baby girl. You have to come in and give her 20,000 off top to even be considered. I think not.
Living room, I have 2 of those. Sitting room, 1 in the bedroom. I got space and I don't know what to do with it. We have a dining room. My floors, 15 feet, 22 feet in some places. And I don't need a man to accompany me to be able to keep up with it. $2,500 on the mortgage. It's actually $2,517.22. I pay my own loans. When it comes to my vehicle, my house, everything is taken care of by me. And when my baby says that she don't want to see no more ads on Disney Plus, guess who upped it? Me. And when them taxes is due for my car and for my home, who pays it? Me. Every 6 months for the house, every year for the car. When my baby needs clothes because she's outgrowing everything at the speed of fucking lightning, who's covering that? In my household, me.
I gotta use that Italian girl as a meme. Bragging about being a functional adult. Who else is gonna pay for it? You see why I played that video first? I'm telling you, I'm gonna have my wife mean that. Who else is gonna pay for it? Like, seriously, you should be doing it yourself. You think a man's gonna sign up to be your baby's papa when there's no benefit to him? Look at the mama, the way she's talking to men. You gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing all of this here by myself. My fridge, not one, I have 2. Both are full. We got 1 fridge is dedicated for drinks, and that freezer is meats alone. Where you see that at? Not no average bitch, because I came from poverty. Okay, so the next time you ask me why I'm single is because I'm doing it by myself. Why would I let somebody come into this space when I've already curated it to be perfection? Unless you want to come in and you want to take on everything that I'm doing and let me do nothing, I don't need you here. Why would you? But you're not taking away my peace.
You know, when she said that last part, well, not that was the last part, but right before the last part, it all made sense. She said, "I came from poverty." Poverty. I said, "Oh, that explains it." It seems like that's the only females that get on the internet doing this. The ones that come from nothing. Because the females that had it, they don't talk this way. They just got it.
And the next time somebody asks me why I'm single, I'm just going to respond because I have a house by myself in my name, 3,000 square feet with an attached garage, a car inside a said garage. And then on the outside of my house, white picket fence. Inside of my house, everything on the inside is brand new, including the water heater, dishwasher. Everything was put in brand new when I moved in. My bathroom, J tub, my closet, hers and hers. There's no his. Hers and hers vanity. My baby girl has her own room, her own bathroom. And then I have an extra bedroom that I utilize for my in-home office. Living room, I have 2 of those. Sitting room, 1 in the bedroom. I got space I don't know what to do with it. We have a dining room. My floors, 15 feet, 22 feet in some places. And I don't need a man to accompany me to be able to keep up with it. You ask me why I'm single because I'm by myself. Why would I let somebody come into this space and I've already curated it to be perfection? Unless you want to and you want to take on everything that I'm doing and let me do.
Girl makes this video like not that long ago, basically saying that as a guy, why would she allow you in her life? And she goes on to name how amazing her property is. And, why would I bring somebody in that my life is perfection? Basically trying to make it seem like, she's got it all figured out. Bro, she just posted a video saying this.
I'm struggling too. These comments, people say they wish that they were me. They wish that they were in a financial position as me. I have a nice house, but I'll be honest, just like almost everybody else in America, I'm house poor. My mortgage is a lot compared to what I bring in. Everybody assumes that I must make $250,000 a year, that I have a really nice income.
Never fails. And what was the problem? What did I say the issue was right before her last sentence? Came from nothing. That's the only people, guys, when the rappers, they come from nothing. They get the deal. They throw in front of their eyes gold chains, nice cars, but they owe it on their deal. They're going through the same thing as you. What happened was you got a little bit of money and got ahead of yourself. You know what they call that? Knucker rich. Sad to see.
No, I say that I probably make lower middle class for the state of Virginia. I don't make as much as people.
So you're literally wondering why people assume you have so much money. And it's because, number one, you took out a house that you couldn't afford. Number one. So you're house poor because you bought a house that you cannot afford. Then in this video, you're telling, a man that he's got to come in and, what is he going to bring to the table? Because you got it all figured out, but you don't. Because you clearly don't have a high income. You don't actually have this house that you claim you have,
You
but
own
like
it,
you can't
too.
afford. And then she's like, yeah, I don't know why people assume I make $250K a year. Yeah, I wonder why people assume that when you're coming online bragging about how amazing your house is and how a man can't come in your life without it being perfection. Again, girls don't even understand that they're just like describing somebody that they don't want to spend time with. A man could come into your life and you'd still enjoy him being there if you actually like this man. But the same girl that can say that she can do it all by herself is literally admitting only a few months later that she can't do it by herself. But that's my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
That's all the internet is now. So when they say a war, a gender war, what war? It's not even a fight. What war? And we got to the point where men don't care because of things like this. Why is a man going to care? Why am I rushing? Right? I can do battle by myself. So, say I'm not with my wife here, right? I'm still living in US. I'm gonna take my income and come help her out. I'd probably be paying all the bills for her and for her kids. Also, she has kids. She's bragging like she can do it all when she can't. This is the issue. This is what's wrong with dating. This is especially what's wrong with dating in a black community. Things need to change.
My mama used to be like, what's the point of having a man around you if you got to do everything for yourself? And when I tell you, that was one of the realest things my mama ever told me, because me now as a 31-year-old female, I couldn't imagine being with somebody who just laying around me and not paying their way to lay in here. It'd be so many women that'll settle for the crazy to say they got a man, to say they got a 2-parent household, whatever the case might be. I thank God that I have outgrown that stage in life. I don't want to be around no man that make me feel like I got 3 children instead of the 2 that I birthed. I don't want to be around no man that make excuses instead of making happen. I definitely don't want to be with a man that cry about shit that they could change. So many times we be trying to love these men, but we really be their biggest enabler. It's no way that a man is around you, have access to you, your body, and things of that nature, and he cannot do nothing for you. Because when he having a time of need, I bet you go out your way to make sure he's straight. Or if you can't do it yourself, you got resources that'll handle everything in a second. But when it come to you or you need him, you know you can't count on him. You calling everybody else, and you wonder why they acting funny. But really and truly, what is the point of having a man around you if he can't help you? And why would you expect somebody else to come help you with a man around you?
Yeah, you see, this talk they're talking. Everybody already knows it. We all know the answer. I can tell from the way your voice sounds, from how your hair looks, right? From the look in your eye, I can see it in your eye. I can see it in the way you talk. Where is she coming from? Who was she dealing with? Who was she around? And they put it on all men.
Been single for 4 years, and I think I'm one of those people that will probably be single for a really long time. One, I care about money. I care about having money. I care about making money. And honestly, talking about money and money in general makes people very uncomfortable. But that's not something that makes me uncomfortable at all. For me personally, the life that I want to live, where I see myself going, money is involved and it's important. There's nothing more I can say about that. Two, my cup is genuinely full. When I was going on the most dates in the longest relationships, my cup was so empty. But I didn't actually know that at the time. But looking back, it does make sense as to why I would stay in certain situations longer. But genuinely, when your cup becomes full, when you're actually happy within yourself, happy with the life that you've built, and you've got a solid community.
Cups became full. What does that mean? She finally got 2 paychecks ahead of some bills. Or she finally got some debt cleared out. So now her cup is full. Guys, this is the same situation as the last female. A couple of months later, she's making a video. I can do better by myself, though. Every time something like this happens, you get ahead. Don't talk. Seriously. We gotta stop talking. Well, not we gotta stop talking. You ladies have to stop talking. Because what is she doing? She's doing the same thing the other ladies are doing, but in a different way. But she said the problem. That's why she's been single for 4 years. I can do better with myself, saying that, and you're by yourself.
It's so much more difficult to let someone in because I'm never going to negotiate on my piece, ever. I'm not going to negotiate on my standards, ever. I just don't see the benefit of doing that. It's like if you don't fit, it wouldn't make sense to me at this point to let someone in to bring me down. I either want someone to meet me where I am or be ahead. I don't give second chances. I'll be so real, I don't. I give one chance because I understand everybody's human and nobody's perfect. But after that, I don't do benefit of the doubt. I've been there and I've done that. And I just know that there's actually no point. It's not going to go anywhere. Like I said, because my cup is full and I'm actually happy, the idea of suddenly going back and struggling with someone is not appealing to me. I don't go with the flow whatsoever. And sometimes people take this as intensity. The way I see it is I'm not going with anyone's flow that doesn't know what their intentions are. I'm simply not interested enough. This is why all of my points are going to go back to my cup being full and actually being fulfilled, because I can't understand how it could appeal to me to just have someone in my orbit for absolutely no reason. I think being an intentional person is so important. Respectfully, I actually can't stand people that are just aimless, just doing things just because. No intentions, no aim, just what? what now? Where to now? So me personally, I don't date. But if I do date, it's because I'm going to be open to something meaningful. Because again, I don't see the point of having anything that doesn't have any meaning in my life. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the first person that I meet, I'm going to assume is my soulmate. No. At that point, you still would be going with the flow to see if you vibe, to see if you match. But I know why I'm doing it. Do you get what I mean? Not when someone genuinely does not know what they want whatsoever, but they just want to be in your orbit. Why? I'm just not going to do it. Sorry. And lastly, I seriously don't believe in negotiating on your standards in any way, shape, or form. I don't think anything is unrealistic. I just think there's someone for everyone. Everyone knows what kind of person would suit them best, and that's that. I don't even think that it would be fair on someone to accept them knowing that they're not fully what you want and then try to change them. I'm never going to do that. I don't agree with trying to change people. I completely understand two different people coming together and like having to make their personalities work. But what I don't agree with is actually trying or wanting to change someone fundamentally. You don't like them how they are.
You see, this is what's happened. What do you guys give her? What age? About 33. She's in that zone. Kevin Samuels used to say it all the time. She's getting to the danger zone. The man's go sky high. You've seen us the same playbook over again. Men don't care. All of them are doing the same thing, trying to do it to us. Sprinkle the shame. They've been doing it before men started speaking up. Sprinkle the shame. Guess what's happening now? All I'm doing is reacting to you. All I'm doing is showing your shame. That doesn't work. You have to understand, ladies, men have been going through this for what? I'd say about 20, 30 years, hearing the same thing over and over. And it's came to a head. It's to the point now where young guys understand what's happening. I do think a lot of people do need to touch grass because there are a lot of regular females out there, but big but. I'm going to get into that on the last video.
Comments and never a woman, because I always talk about leaving a healthy relationship and there's always like a ton of men in the comments who are like, guys, this is why you should stay single and don't put all your eggs in one woman's basket, and this is why you should never stay loyal to women, they're just gonna leave if you're a good guy anyway. I don't understand why we're still having the conversation of a guy being a good guy is enough to stay in a relationship. That is bare minimum. That is quite literally the bare minimum that any person, regardless of whose side, the woman's side or the man's side or whatever relationship you're in, that is the bare minimum that someone should bring to the relationship, is being a good person and being a good partner. But there are so many other things, like one, compatibility that should be at the top of the priority list when you're deciding if you want to be with someone for the rest of your life. This is a long-term decision. Who you marry, who you decide if that's the route you want to take, who you decide to marry is one of the biggest choices you're going to make in your life. And being a good person, yeah, that can lead you through hard times, but also, can you laugh with this person? Can you kid around with this person? Is this someone who like you would actually be besties with if there wasn't a sexual romantic relationship? Right? I did not leave my longer term relationship. We dated for 2 years, but I didn't leave that relationship because I had a desire to travel and I didn't think he would come with me. I wasn't even thinking about traveling. I left that relationship because I felt like we were incompatible. And then people will always still love the argument of like, well, why did you date someone that you weren't compatible with? Why didn't you guys figure that out? Because we started dating in our early 20s. I didn't know anything. I didn't about what I wanted for myself. I didn't know what I wanted in a relationship. I didn't know who I was. My frontal lobe didn't even develop. Like, I didn't even know what I wanted somebody to bring into a relationship. At that point when we had met, I was too afraid to write down a list of the qualities and the things that I wanted in a man, because I wanted to be in a relationship so bad that I was like, well, I'll just take a good person. You know what? That's what I did. But we weren't compatible. That doesn't mean we didn't have good times. That doesn't mean that this person won't always have a special place in my heart. Was a part of my journey in a massive way. And I'm sure he can say similar to me, like we taught each other a lot of things, but now he's with someone that he is more compatible with. And I'm sure he's so much happier than the relationship that we had, because neither of us were fully happy because we weren't able to meet each other's needs. And at the end of the day, that's hella important, I would argue. So
girl on here, every take she has, very intelligent young lady, she's just so nasty. Like, her energy is so bad. It's terrible. I hate it. But I be so conflicted because I really like her videos. I just hate her personality.
I agree with that so bad. I had said this shit, people told me I was hating, But a lot of times, y'all, a lot of people like people that are basically similar to them, that you can relate to. A lot of y'all are mean girls. A lot of y'all have a bullying spirit to y'all. And so you cling or you like the influencers that have that same character traits as well. A lot of y'all will down talk a person, and that's what your niche is. You talk about people, that's your niche. You get what I'm saying? Now, mind you, you can do whatever you want to. But I feel like it's a lot of people, and I've noticed the people that are the rudest people, they be in everybody's business and they have so much to say about everything, and they just be so nasty, so rude. You get what I'm saying? You can ask them a question and they feel away about that question, even if you coming off in the most, you being just curious or genuine with the question, they still at your neck. A lot of those people have some of the biggest followings. I don't know why people like rude ass people. But then this is what I don't understand. The reason why I don't understand that, because mind you, a lot of y'all like rude people, right? But then once they are rude to you is when you draw the line. You don't care about them being rude to everybody else, but once it's you, it's like, nah, I don't fuck with you no more. You gotta stop that.
Happening nowadays, as you explained, they're mean, but it's a lot of mean females, right? That's why they respond to the last creator. What was she? Mean. Every girl in this video was being what? Mean. Men have saw that. So after we see females always being mean, that's them for what? Them being mean. Why guys don't want to approach anymore? Mean. And what are men to do now? It's like no matter which way you turn, the same thing. And they come across like they almost expect it. And come on now. Be for real. Like, regular people, regular females don't expect you to pay their bills. I gotta let guys know that right now. Regular females walking the streets every day do not expect it. Right? Don't think what you see online is a reflection of every female. But, it's a big but. There is a large majority that want that and kind of still expect it in some way. So, what are men doing now? They're taking a ball and playing on a different court. And that court just happens to be with another nationality, most likely in another country.
She said, no disrespect to anyone, but I wasn't raised to live with a man and be struggling. It's supposed to become easier, not harder. I can struggle by myself. And then she said, don't argue with me, argue with your mammy. She ain't the only one. It's a whole bunch of y'all that make posts proposing the question of why struggle with a man or why struggle while being in a relationship. It's supposed to get easier if there's two and not just one, right? Everybody understand the question that I am going to give the answer to. Everybody understand? I'm waiting to see if y'all understand before I even say this. It's gonna bother a lot of y'all. Okay, cool. To answer y'all question, for those of y'all that like my Facebook friend, you feel like how struggling if a nigga here? How I do bad because I could do bad all by myself with a nigga, right? And there's some dudes that feel the same way. What's the point of having a bitch if, we finna be struggling? Like, what's the point of two of us if, the shit still ain't gonna be right? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to be the bitch that break the bullshit your mama told you that you don't really know is bullshit. To my Facebook friend that typed that, I hate to be the one to tell you that your mama didn't bring the full circle, but she ain't bring the full circle. You can add an additional person to your situation. You could be single and still get a man and still struggle if you don't understand teamwork. If you don't understand money management, if you don't understand communication, if you don't understand how to coexist with another person and be fruitful, you will struggle with a man. That is the why. Because you don't know how to do it as a team. You don't know how to be a wife or a girlfriend in a relationship where things are positive and productive. That's the answer to your question. You don't know how to pick a dude that actually got the right basics and shit together for y'all to be in a space where it's going to work better with two than one. A lot of y'all, the reason why it's so much easier to just do well by yourself is because you don't do well on a team. You don't understand teamwork. You don't know how to be submissive. You don't know how to operate from a space of compromise and multiple perspectives. Like, you don't know that. That's the answer to your question. Just making it seem like y'all got some sort of raw ass quote that your mammy told you that make everybody else look bad. I'm gonna repeat. We on here and we're answering the question that so many females and some men have nowadays. Why struggle with a man? Why would I be doing bad with a man when I can do bad all by myself? Or I can do better by myself? You don't have teamwork skills. You don't work well with others. Bitch, you don't know how to communicate. Ho, you don't know how to operate in a household where everything don't just go your way. That is why you do better by yourself. Y'all mamas didn't tell y'all this part. They told y'all the first part, well, you shouldn't be struggling with a man. She ain't tell you that if you don't acquire the skills to work well with others, bitch, you won't be able to do better with others. This is why a lot of y'all don't understand the concept that you can be in a group or a team and things should be going better. But if y'all don't know how to organize, if you don't know how to manage emotions, if you don't got boundaries, you will use one another up. You will always feel like a victim if you don't have goals and the right mindset. If you can't take personal accountability for your choices, you will be in a space where it will feel like it's worse with a partner than it is by yourself. Y'all be thinking y'all be knowing everything and don't be knowing a fuck thing. Typing up these posts with great attitude in them, you could tell. Don't argue with me, argue with your mammy. No, you should actually go argue with your mammy for telling you that half truth. She didn't bring it all the way full circle. The stuff you just typed don't make sense. The shit you running around saying to niggas don't make sense. Well, why would I stay with you and struggle when I could just be? It works out well when you're by yourself because you don't know how to work with others. You ever seen children that don't know how to share? They don't know how to play with other children because all they feel like is everything belongs to them. So they don't share their toys. They don't know how to play games to take turns. Don't know how to let somebody go and then they go after or they go first and they move out of the way and let the other person go. So your kid be sitting off crying by themselves with no friends, no social relationships. Nobody wants to be around them. They can be as spoiled as they want. You can buy them all the nice clothes. They can be the best dressed in the class and bitch, they'll be miserable. Nobody wants to play with your little fine ass little son. His little cute self don't got no friends because the nigga don't share. The little girl don't know how to be friends with other kids. Don't know how to like be in a space where you're not bullying or always trying to make things go your. That is why you hoes do better by yourself than we.
You know what's funny? As she's saying this, I'm imagining the girl that said, I got a home. And then I can do what bad all by myself though. She got a what? She's a single baby mother bragging in the same condition that this female is breaking down. It comes full circle. You ladies need to change, not have to, need to for your own good.
With the partner. And then the other thing is, you don't know how to pick them. You don't know how to pick them. What you mean, so we sharing men? Y'all be slow as they come. You don't know how to pick them. You pick people that they don't have their basics together. So when you mix your life with them, of course you're doing worse with him because he didn't even have enough to be at the table with you. And that's still your fault. Still not his fault. Bitch, if you met me and I ain't got no car, not my own place to live, don't got no stable income, and you come mix your stability with mine and then cry because you're doing worse, that was your bad. What you thought the fuck was going to happen when you take 2 and put a -1 with it? Bitch, you're going to get less. How did you think you was adding when the person that you with, that you mixed yourself with, got less? That's still a you problem. Just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me.
Shay, and I got on the internet talking about, oh, I'm on the beach with my man. Y'all could never. You single girls could never. My partner would absolutely look at me and asking me if I'm okay. The men who like bird-like behavior are not your man. Like, they're not really your man. They just like that you are an extension of them. They just like that you are willing to cape for them. They got you where they want you. And this is like, I'm in a relationship. I champion marriage. I counsel girls who want to date. I counsel women who are married. And yet and still, I stand on the fact that a man that would allow you to talk down to other women, to lift him up, is not a decent man.
Are you single now at this stage in life?
No, I am not.
You have a man?
I do.
Are you married?
He's over there.
Or
No.
boyfriend?
I would say, yeah, fiance.
He did propose to you?
Not quite yet.
How long you been
Maybe
together?
When are you proposing? We've been together for 5 years.
So if he hasn't proposed to you, why are you calling him your fiance?
Oh, I mean, sometimes I call him my husband. We don't really believe in paper, to be honest, but I do want the ring one day.
You do want the ring?
Yeah.
But if the marriage and the paper doesn't mean anything to you, why even push for that?
No, I mean, it means commitment in general. It's really just having a nice, pretty ring on my finger.
So you do it...
Committed to him for life. That's what we know.
So the ring is what shows, like, hey, I am...
So, guys, what we have in the West, it's a state of emergency. It is. And why is it a state of emergency? Because, did you ever notice, you hear so many men saying, oh, you know, we can go down and get married, but it not be in the eyes of the government. You see it all the time. But what's happening is right now, the U.S. has turned into Sodom and Gomorrah. It has. And I saw this happening many years ago. Why? Because I didn't want to get married. That's exactly why I chose to leave, because I wasn't getting married there. You heard what she explained? This man is not going to marry her. The first thing he's thinking about when it comes to marriage is her leaving. All of these females leave. They can't help it. They leave around the time that I've been married to my wife. We've been married for 11 years. That's when they leave. That's the golden age. Actually, let me look it up again. Is the golden age in a marriage? Women usually leave 11 years. I talk to AI just like that. Instead, the phrasing appears, it said, no, there's no biological or physiological concept known as the golden age, where women usually leave a marriage after 11 years. Instead, this phrasing appears to mix up two entirely separate concepts in relationship sociology: the golden age of marriage and the 11-year itch. Well, they call the 1950s and the 60s the golden age of marriage. And according to tracking data from organizations like the UK Office of National Statistics, it's like that in the US as well. 11 to 12 years is the average median duration that couples who eventually divorce stay together before legally dissolving their marriage. Media outlets famously coined this the 11-year itch. In the United States and Australia, data shows that the actual physical separation or peak risk for divorce often happens slightly earlier, around 7 to 9 years. So that's in UK, the 11 years. In the US, 7 to 9. They call it the 8-year split. Men are trying to avoid that 8-year split. Why? So what has that done? That turned the West into Sodom and Gomorrah. Because everybody knows deep down, the right way to do it is to be married. I'm not trying to call people out. I'm not trying to say I'm perfect. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying most people, they know this. right? But we're here now. And who brought us here? The courts and the females. I'm just calling it like it is. I'm just spitting facts. All I'm doing is giving you guys data, saying what's real, and you guys know what's real. But yeah, man, I said this, anybody that wants to make an extra income, you know, I've been doing this for, I say about 17 years now. I've been doing it 11 years while I've been here in the Philippines. And a wild thing is, you know, when people show themselves working on the beach, that's the kind of life I live. I can physically work on the beach. Like right now, I'm back in Manila. I came out here so my wife can vlog, right? But what I do is I hire others to work for me. I hire them for dollars, turn around and make thousands. I can show you how to do the same exact thing. And the great thing about this is when people see my videos, they go, wow, they've learned how to do it. I show them how to do it within 10 minutes of the video. Amazing. It's definitely worth it. And the wild thing about it is that I'm not charging you. I should be charging $1,000 for this. I'm literally charging a little over $100. Definitely worth it. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Other than that, peace out. See you next video.